Well, thank you for recognizing me, Mr. Chairman. And let me just divert for a second to extend my very best wishes to Jerry and to Georgia. I was really shocked the other day because I was looking for Mr. Costello, and usually I can find him pretty quickly, and we have a great rapport, incredible working relationship over the entire time I've been in Congress, 19 years, and he preceded me. We've served as ranking and chair and back and forth together, and worked to bring the nation's aviation system back to some sense of normalcy after 9/11, and ensure the safety and security of the flying public. So I couldn't ask for a better partner and better friends than both Jerry and Georgia. So we'll miss him. But I knew there was something wrong when I couldn't get a hold of him the other day, and I was quite shocked, like everyone else, to learn that he was going to hang it up. But we wish you well. I always thought you're at least as old as me, Jerry. I looked it up, and I'll be damned if you aren't a lot younger. So you've got a chance for a full additional productive career, and then spend time with your wonderful family. So I know all of us on this side wish you well, and thank you for the work and relationship. It's been great, but we'll miss you, and all of us sometime are going to have to join Jerry, either willingly or unwilling. So we'll be with you. And if you're like my brother, he's a big Democrat like you. There's lots of money after Congress, so good luck. He'll hate me for saying that, but he just retired his third retirement, I think. So there's lots of potential out there at your young age. But we wish you well.
I thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And I thank you both for convening this hearing on the progress of NextGen. Got two panels, and we'll hear the benefits, and both short and long term, and they are many. We can't continue to have an aviation system that relies on 1950s and 60s, even 70s technology, and we've got to do a better job of making certain that our skies are first of all safe, and secondly that our system is as efficient as possible. And you can only do that with using next generation technology. So we've worked together as strong advocates to move forward. We have made some progress. Now today, I don't particularly want to be critical with FAA, but obviously if you read the IG's report or GAO report, you will see very specific criticism. The IG really strikes at some of the management failures. Some of the RTC recommendations from 2009 still have not been implemented. Only a few have been addressed. FAA has succeeded somewhat in trying to focus on some of the metroplexes and some of our congested airspace areas, but unfortunately, the very basis of putting NextGen in place as far as programs and technology, ERAM is 4 to 6 years behind, according to the report. Some estimates are it could be as much as $500 million over budget. We still have problems in developing our technology and next generation approach to tracking aircraft, and we see problems with software programs and management programs in what FAA has taken on to move next generation forward. And this, again, is not my assessment. This is what the IG has said. And this isn't necessarily a failure of money. And I share Mr. Costello and others' concern that we adequately fund our FAA operations. But this is not a question of money. This is a question of failure of management and getting a better handle on setting a time frame, keeping these programs, again, moving forward in some logical sequence, and you have to build on successes to get to where we want to be. And unfortunately, there's been too many failures. The IG also cited failure to use onboard equipment, come up with solutions there. We're behind in that. It looks like also we're sort of forced into a full-blown NEPA environmental study. I question the need for that. Anyone with any common sense or logic that couldn't determine that this has to be vastly more favorable to the environment, more direct routing, less emissions, more efficient use of airspace. I'm not sure where they're coming from, but again, we don't need rocket science or continued extensive, full-blown red tape dotting I's and crossing T's when even common sense would tell us the environmental positive impacts of next-generation technology and protocols. One of the things that concern me, and I'm a strong advocate of having the private sector involved in this development, and having witnessed back before I became chairman and sitting in this very room, and we'd have hearings on bringing forth new technology, and FAA was doing the developmental programs, is that they would go on and on. They just ask for another $1 billion or $2 billion, and they say that our success is right around the corner. Well, we're seeing some of that, unfortunately, repeated again. And also what concerns me is now, with the failure of making progress and also the milestones that aren't met or properly identified, even baselines that are missing, and FAA has not identified, that the private sector is now running scared for participation, and also not as willing to come forward and provide some of the solutions. So I'm very concerned about our progress with the program. We've got some good proposals in our pending legislation. I hope to move forward with that in the next few weeks, and certainly in the next couple of months to finalize our FAA reauthorization. We include provisions to set some standards, some metrics, some baselines, some milestones, and time frames. So hopefully that will encourage the private sector also to become re-engaged. But we've got to get FAA off dead center and get a whole handle on this very important project. So again, with my compliments to our member who we're going to lose next year, and with the concern for the future of NextGen, I yield back.
Thank you, Ms. Rono.